All right, hello everybody. Ryan Schwertfeger here, reporting from the dog park. Can't wait to turn the camera around and show you what it looks like. First off, just want to remind everyone the tentative opening for the dog park is this coming Saturday, so a week from today when this video is being posted, which is the 8th, May 8th at 1 o'clock. We encourage you to come a little bit early. There's going to be some festivities, and we want to make sure you get a parking spot as well. I'll explain more about that in a bit. If it happens to rain on this coming Saturday, the 8th, then the ceremony will be held the next day, which is Mother's Day on the 9th. So first off, let me turn the camera around. And you can see, here's what we're looking like here at the dog park. I'd say we're about 97% complete. We just have still some additional signage that needs to either arrive and or be erected. And we have a hoop jump to go in each section as well, which DPW is going to just put in the ground in a few days. We had some major help today, and I want to give a shout out to the Oakland Fire Department, Oakland Volunteer Fire Department. We still had some leftover work to do from our cleaning and what was supposed to be our planting day last Saturday, but they did an amazing job. Fire department, for the most part, pretty much did all of the mulching work. A few volunteers did some last week, but almost all of this mulching that you see here as I'm walking around, all was done today by the Oakland Volunteer Fire Department. So a huge shout out to them, and I want to thank them for their assistance and their help. And then this row of grasses that you see here, this is supposed to help if there's any water runoff that comes off the slope up here that'll be absorbed by the mulch and the grasses that are here. All of these were planted today by Oakland's own Chopper Russo. So thank you, Chopper. I stopped by earlier, and you'll see some of the pictures that I posted too, and I'm sure Chopper also posted a video on his site. But he was busy at work with shovel, his all of his other equipment that he brought with him to be able to plant everything. So it took a lot of work, and here we'll put it out right to the gate so you take a little look in and really get a nice sense of what we're looking like here at the dog park. So it's really coming together. The last few times I've been here, I've been running into different people who are all excited to use it, and I don't blame them, especially once the fencing went up, the plants went in, and the mulch was put down. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. So, I'll just come around on this side too, so you can see, we put in some other plantings over here. Fire department, again, did a lot of work today, mulching this whole area. So thank you again so much to them for their help. See, it's coming along great. All right. And I'll turn this way too, so you can see we also did some mulching work over here in our other planting area. So as I'm walking, giving you this little pre-tour, let me make sure that everybody who's watching this video are all on the same page with how the next week or so is looking. So, finishing touches are going to be done this coming week. A few signs might arrive late and be erected after the dog park opens. So you'll probably see the real finished product within the next several weeks. But I mean, we are pretty openable, I would say, right now. So we are planning on opening on the day of the opening. So again, that is this coming Saturday, May the 8th at 1 o'clock. Highly recommend that you come early to make sure you get a parking spot. There is not going to be enough parking for everyone through the main entrance that's now open, the paved entrance that's off of 202. Because what we're going to probably do as I'm walking up towards that entry driveway lot, right at the edge here where the asphalt stops and the broken up asphalt begins, we're probably going to have our little podium or stand right here. And I anticipate that anyone who's going to be coming, you'll be setting up your chairs or standing around in pretty much this whole area over here. Now, there is a lower parking lot down there, which will be open the day of the event. And there's going to be some parking down at that end that's away from where all the people are going to congregate, and that will also be open. Now, obviously, we are not going to have enough parking for everybody to park up here. So, when you register online, or if you registered already, I'm asking you to please help us out and let us know if you really need to park here. So, if you are elderly, if you have like a walking problem, if you have a disability, if you're going to be bringing kids and have a stroller and all that kind of stuff, if you're a member of the media and you're going to be coming and you're bringing your equipment, obviously things that you need to be close by, please mark that down, because then we will allow you to park up here. And if you are planning on parking up here, please arrive between 12 and 12:45, because my current plan is that we will pretty much close this gate for traffic coming into the park around 12:45, 12:50, because we obviously don't want cars coming in and not everyone is going to be assembling around where we're going to be speaking. So, if you're planning on coming up here for one of those reasons, because you fit those categories, please come in. This is the entry road off 202. There's the ShopRite across the street. So please come in this way. If you are not in one of those categories, there are two places for you to park. So if you are coming, let's see, hang on. If you can walk a little farther, but not too much farther, I highly recommend that you come and park over in this parking lot. So if you type in this 169 Ramapo Valley Road address, that is this office building. You can see there's Portobello's restaurant, and Portobello's Banquets is pretty much behind on the other side here of this office building. Now, obviously, Portobello's is doing outdoor dining, as you can see by their tents over there in the distance. So most of the parking spots that are going to be closer to that are going to be taken. So I'm asking that you park as close as possible to the office building, and then you can walk from the paved lot around. There's a little grass strip that's right there, and then you will be able to then turn around and walk and enter the park here. So even though this might be closed to vehicular traffic, as we get much closer to when we're actually going to start the event, if you are a pedestrian and just walking over, this will still be open to you. Now, I'm asking is if you are familiar with Great Oak Park, you live in town, you've been here a few times, you know your way around, you probably know that there's the original alternate parking lot that's on the other side of the park. So if you kept going down this way and you take a few trails, there is the gravel parking lot that's accessible off of Doty Road. That's going to have a lot more spaces. So if you are well aware with Great Oak Park, you don't mind walking a little bit, you're not bringing any heavy equipment, and especially if you are from town and you know where that is and how to get your way around, please park there. Because for the people who don't really know, they're coming from out of town, they don't probably know anything about that parking lot, and it's going to be very hard for them to find it. So if you are familiar with Great Oak Park, you've been here before, please park in that other parking lot, the gravel parking lot, and then follow the trails to get to this point, and then join us for the ceremony. The other thing I'll let you know is until the dog park opens, the gates are going to remain locked. We have an actual lock on the gates for now. We're still waiting for the punch code locks to arrive. Now, once those punch code locks arrive and are installed, anyone who registers will receive the code in order to get in. So if you're familiar with the tennis courts in town, it's going to be a very similar process. You're going to need to register, and then when you register and you pay, you will get the code sent to you by email, and then you'll be able to then punch in the code into the gate, and boom, you have access to the dog park. That is all being done on Community Pass. So if you're familiar with that system, especially if you have kids in the recreation program, you should be familiar with Community Pass and already have an account. If you don't have an account, it's pretty easy to set one up. I did it myself. It only took a few minutes, not difficult at all. So you will set up an account on Community Pass. Get around this tree here. So you'll set up an account on Community Pass, and then you'll be able to register for the dog park through there. If you are an Oakland resident, it is $10 for the year for each dog. So if you have one dog, it's $10 for the year. 2 dogs, $20 for the year. 3 dogs, $30 for the year, etc. If you are from out of town, yes, I've gotten lots of questions from people from out of town, which is great that a lot of people from other towns want to come to Oakland and use our dog park, which is not only nice to know that you think our dog park is going to be fantastic and be good for you, but brings more people into the town, help generate some commercial activity and some commerce. So if you are coming in from out of town, remember that this dog park is open to you as well, but you also need to register. So again, you will go on Community Pass, you'll follow the same process. It is going to be a little bit more if you're from out of town. It's going to be $20 for the year per dog. So if you have 1 dog, $20 for the year, 2 dogs, $40 for the year, 3 dogs, etc. If you are not familiar with Community Pass, you're having problems. You're watching this and thinking if you have a grandparent and they have no idea how to use Community Pass or have a computer, you can contact the recreation office and the rec aide will assist that person or yourself with the process of signing up. You can go to oaklanddogpark.org and it'll have all the information that you need in order to register, the phone numbers that you're looking for. So oaklanddogpark.org, and you'll get everything that you need over there. I see another person just driving by and taking a look at the park. It's always fun when I come here and there's people who are just driving in and looking around saying like, wow, what the heck is this over here? This looks nice. So that's very encouraging. Anyway, the other thing that is important that we're noticing so far, because registrations are open, we're starting to get some registrations in. So it's important to remember there's several steps when you register. So one step is obviously you make your account on Community Pass, you fill out the applicable information that's necessary. The second thing is then you need to pay. So you can pay through Community Pass, credit card. I think it does an e-check as well. If you want to drop off a check at the rec office, you can do that. That's another part. And then the last part, which some people are a little, are still have to do, so which is actually holding up a few registrations, is we need to have proof that your dog is licensed in your community. And the reason why is because that tells us that the dog either has all the vaccinations that it needs, or I know some dogs are out there that are exempt from getting vaccinations, and that's fine as well, but we need that on the official town license card, dog registration card from your town when you go to register every year. So if you're able to send that to the recreation secretary, again, her email is also on the oaklanddogpark.org website. Step down there. So you need to send that as well. So if you complete all of those 3 tasks, you did fill out the registration, you paid, and you sent in your dog license information, then you're golden. I know there are a few people who have done that already, and the reason why you haven't gotten a passcode yet is because there's no punch code lock on the doors yet, and we're not officially open. So if you registered and you're watching this and wondering, did it go through, we're going to be contacting you very soon to let you know if it is complete, and if so, when we have the punch code lock, we'll send it to you. If you don't have an email, again, which is, if you're doing it, if you're registering through the recreation secretary, and you're going to need to know the passcode to get in, you can call the recreation secretary and you can get the number. So, maybe, if it's like a weekday, call before you head over there and say, hey, I'm registered for the dog park. Here's my information to verify that I am a paying member. What's the code to get in? So, we're always going to try and make sure that there's a method and a pathway for everyone who wants to use the dog park to be able to use it and enjoy it. As you can see, and I'll turn it around one time, it's really looking very nice, especially once that engineered wood fiber surface went down. I mean, it went from fenced-in area of dirt to, wow, this looks like an absolutely beautiful park. And then, once the plants went in and The volunteer fire department did an excellent job doing all of the mulching. I mean, it definitely gives it a very nice look, very natural, very green. You know, it's very nice to look and see, you know, all these trees and bushes and, you know, flowers are starting to bloom and grow. And I think especially, you know, as the year goes on, it's going to really look beautiful. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. You can email me at dogrun, the number 4, Oakland @yahoo.com. That's my email, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you have questions about registering, then you can call the recreation secretary at works for the borough. Her number is on our dog park website, which is oaklanddogpark.org. Again, I'm floored that was a URL that was available, but it is, so it'll make everyone's lives very easy so you remember where you need to get all your information. So oaklanddogpark.org tells you the information about registering and gives you the link to get to Community Pass if you need to make an account. So I'll give you one last look at the dog park here. Well, we're going to be having several different people coming on out for the opening. The mayor's going to be here. I was told our entire legislative team at the state is going to be here. And the last that I heard was Congressman Gottheimer was going to be coming by toward the end as well to help us ceremonially open the park and cut the ribbon. So I know there's going to be quite a bunch of people that are going to be here. But you know, as much as I'm appreciative that all those officials are coming and say a nice few words about this project, I really want to make sure I'm able to see all of you as well. I know there's so many people that are out there on Facebook and Instagram who have been extremely supportive with their time, you know, their activism, their donations, and I know, you know, I've been able to meet some of you. I haven't been able to meet all of you, so I certainly hope that if you're able to come to the opening, that you do, and you know, please come up to myself, introduce yourself. I'd love to, you know, if you're all right with it, you know, shake your hand, elbow, fist bump, whatever you feel comfortable with, and tell you thank you very much, because, you know, without the help of so many people, we would not be in this position that we are in today. I mean, we had so many different contractors donate their time, their services, give us a discount. You know, obviously, we've had a lot of different people in town that have been very generous with their time and their money as well. And you know, I hope you enjoy the dog park as much as I will, and as much as our dogs will as well. But again, please remember, if you're coming, register online. Let us know that you're coming. Again, elderly, senior, handicap, you're bringing equipment, come in through the entrance off of Route 202. That's paved, and please do so before 12:45 p.m. the day of the opening event. Otherwise, please park over by the office building on 202. That's right next to Portobello's, as far away as possible from where Portobello's is, to make sure that they have enough parking for their customers. Or if you know where to park over at Great Oak Park, please park there, because that's really where most people should be parking. But I know that especially if you're coming from out of town, you probably don't really know anything about that. But we look forward to seeing you. Make sure that your dogs are registered to use the park so they can get in. And we look forward to seeing you soon. And I look forward to meeting many of you in less than a week. Coming up fast. So thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon.